What's up, guys? Pokemosoda here, and we're going to do a quick little video on the state of the Pokemon hobby, where the market is, and all that fun kind of stuff. Again, I'm Pokemosoda. Like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for stopping by. We got 385 subs. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And I'm still going to open some more Pitch Black, but right now we got to talk about Storm Emerald. All right, Rayquaza, everything that happened there. The 30th anniversary, some Walmart drops, some different numbers and things like that. Going to be me on video for the most part of it. We're going to go through some TCG player and stuff, kind of look at some different prices and things like that happening. But the first things first, PSA. All right, PSA card submissions, of course, they're still shut down for the upper tiers. They're still open. Now, there was something going on at, oh my gosh, it wasn't Comic Con. It was Collector Con, I believe. PSA with sports cards, especially, they shut down the $200 level tier. Okay, they always have a booth at these things. There was a line that was out the door from the videos that I've seen, and they were pretty much they did as many submissions, I believe, on the first day that they did all of last year. This whole thing. So this is one of those things where you bring cards in, they pretty much grade them once you submit them, like within that day or that weekend that the whole convention's taking place. Super fast, super fun for a lot of people to do to submit their cards. But the thing is, though, is they got such a high submission rate that your people are sitting there going, well, they shut them off for the rest of the time. That's because they're backlogged that much at this event. Okay, now let's take a look at. I just want to reiterate this. Okay, we're gonna go to gemrate.com. We got to take a look at some of this stuff. Okay, PSA grade trends. Grade yesterday, 107,000 of these things. The day prior is 105,000. Okay. This is PSA grading trends. All right. Now, if we go to home for this is universal search. I think home's the same for it though. But it used to have the top 5 grading companies. I don't even think it does that anymore. Okay. Now, I was keeping pretty good tabs on this for a while. And I know Rudy with PGA Premier Card or Premier Card Grading. PCG, I think. Rudy with Alpha Investments, Premier Card Grading. It's never hitting this list. So Universal Search combines pop reports across PSA, Beckett, SGC, and CGC to provide a comprehensive view of card populations. Okay. Premier Card Grading is not on here. Whether or not that's not because they're not grading and they're not putting those on there, that I don't know. But Premier Card Grading, I know I see other people that are, online that are using it. It is what it is, but PSA is still the top. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You can say whatever you want about PSA as an individual. Is it scummy? Yeah. Do they rip customers off? Yeah. Do they control the market? Yeah. Is it a monopoly? Yeah. Do they dictate everything there? Yeah. That's 5 right there off the rip. Okay. PSA sucks. They're a shitty company for the most part, but they're the gold standard. It does not matter. Okay. So, kind of what's saying with this is, Rudy, I wish him the best. And Rudy, if you see this video, dude, I love your videos. Okay. I have nothing but respect for you and what you're doing, building these campuses and trying to go against PSA. It's awesome. I think you're a pioneer to the hobby and to the investing side of it. But I just don't see it happening. It's unfortunate, but it really is what it is. Um, and to be honest, if I were any of these grading card companies and PSA wanted to buy me out, I would sell. Okay. Now, the whole thing with PSA and cards and stuff like that with the Yakuza over in Japan and stuff like that, if you watch anything that deals with like Pokemon and stuff like that with the Japanese, how the mafia basically over there runs all the cards because is essentially just embezzling money is what they're doing. Now, it sounds crazy, I get it, but it's not that crazy. This is like fine art, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember, we had a president's son, Hunter Biden was his name, okay? This guy did artwork, okay? Sold it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And his artwork, it was hot trash. This shit was terrible. We got to pull one out. And let's see. I shouldn't be typing Hunter Biden in my computer. All right. So, I mean, these are the artwork images. I mean, right here. These are selling like we're talking 100, 200, $300,000 It's a way to embezzle money, guys. So if you don't think people in Japan or people in America are doing this, they 100% are. Okay. When you see that card that's been selling for $5,000 or $6,000 for the most part, then all of a sudden there's a $50,000 sale. You're like, what? Did this just set a new high for the market? No, someone's probably offshoring some money, is what they're doing. Okay. It's not crazy, guys. It's been happening forever with stuff. So these things with like Japan right now, or the Japan government is trying to get in here, okay, it really is only a matter of time before the government should step in on this stuff because this asset class of cards is insane. Okay. Trading cards, TCGs in general, but sports cards as well. I mean, think about the Otani tops, gold, double logo card. Okay. Just got pulled. What's that going to be worth? Okay. It's a one of one. Okay. I I don't even know. I mean, I spell Otani. There we go. Shohei Otani, one of one gold card, just pulled. Florida collector pulls one of one Otani card, then sells it for 10 plus million. Okay. Now this one of one card, there was bounties out for it. There's tons of bounties they started off at, and this will all go full circle, guys. You'll understand why I'm bringing this up. Sells for $10 million. The bounties were started at 4.5 million to 6.5 million, went like to 8 or 9. Then golden stuff steps in like that. $10 million. Florida collector pulls this card. I'm not sure who ended up buying it though. Let's see. The card, the $11 million sales, the third highest figure of sports behind the 12,932 upper deck exclusive 1/1 Jordan Kobe. Who bought it though? The card was pulled by from a hobby box of Top Scrum Baseball by a collector at a local card shop, Boca Sports Cards. Seems a little fishy to me though, because the Charizard baseball bat bottom was pulled also in Florida. Like, I'm telling you, I don't think these cards a lot of the times get pulled. Okay. I think these cards are placed somewhere and they know they're going to get them. That's just me. It was the even Longoria Charizard bat that somehow got pulled by a guy. Like, it was super fishy. I don't know. It happens in Florida. It always happens in Florida, it seems like. Okay. Now, where's this going to go full circle? Well, just canceled everything out right there. But 30th anniversary, you're going to have all these Mew cards. Okay. You got the RBG, red, blue, green. Now, if you think about this stuff, a little bit of history with this stuff, okay? Because I haven't been in Pokemon forever, but I've done some research, listened to some other videos and stuff like that too. The red, blue, green, okay, the original game and stuff like that. There's 150 Pokemon, okay. And a non-TCG talks about this as well. I didn't realize this. My son brought it up to me because he's played every game that's been on from DS moving forward on any of the systems. DS's, 3DS, Switch, whatever it is. There are 150 original Pokemon. Mew in the original game was a secret Pokemon to find, which is the 151. That is why in this 30th anniversary set, most likely Mew is the secret Pokemon that you're finding. Okay, that's why it's a red, blue, and green variant of it. Now, here's the catch, though. It's supposed to be 1 out of every 10,000 packs. There's supposed to be about 18,000 of these total. Okay, that's just from the numbers from a non-TCG, and the guy usually has this stuff pretty good. Now, with that being said, the red, blue, and green variant, we don't know which one could be the toughest one to pull. So, for instance, let's say the blue one, there's 10,000 of them. Then let's say the green one, 5,000. Red one, 3,000. The Shohei one of one that got pulled, you're going to have bounties for these cards. Okay? There will be bounties if you find out that the red is like 1 of 2,000 or something. And again, they're not numbered. They're not serialized, so we do not know for sure. But we will be able to tell by about how many packs are printed, essentially. We won't know for sure because Pokemon never releases that data. But the thing is, though, is if these things get to the point where you're not seeing a lot of them pulled, okay, I've already said myself, I talked to my, boy up on here, Pokehobs. I said, dude, I'm willing to pay probably a few thousand for one of these if I can find one that cheap. Okay. I still kick myself for not buying the 151 Mew Chinese exclusive when those things first came out, there was 1,051 or something of them made. And I was like, I'm not going to spend $2,000 on the card. Well, no, those things are getting upwards to like 58,000 in PSA 10 or a black label. These Mews are going to be tough. Okay. Now, pull rates on these. Not the Mews, but pull rates in general. I think the pull rates will be very favorable in this set. I think you will be able to pull a lot of high dollar cards from this set fairly easily. The secret Mew, though, I think will be next level. Like, next level. Okay. This isn't like the Chocobo. The Chocobo from Magic the Gathering. That thing was crazy. There's 77 of them or something. The Golden Chocobo, crazy, crazy tough to pull. Okay. That was with I think the Final Fantasy or something. But these ones, they're going to be tough to pull. Okay. Now, Magic has its own thing. Magic with all the collectors packs and stuff like that, it's great. The thing with Pokemon is you have a chance to pull some of this stuff from a booster box, collection box, ETB, whatever it be. Now, the 30th, it's all specially set and things like that, so we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, if people start pulling these things online and people are like, oh man, like I just seen 6 people pull them in the tens, you're going to see the price of the tins skyrocket. If it's in the ultra premium collections, those things will skyrocket because people want to pull this card. Okay. Now, when I talk about this, and you may think it sounds crazy. I think that those cards, the RB and G, even if they're all equal, 6,000 of them each, I think those will be $5,000 to $10,000 cards. I think those will be $20,000 cards in a PSA 10. Okay, that may not be crazy to everybody, but if you pull a card and you get a $5,000 card, that can be life changing money for someone. To be honest, I mean, if you're struggling with rent and stuff like that, I mean, I hope you're not spending all your money on Pokemon cards, but you get a $5,000 bag right there. It can be huge. And then if these cards are even tougher to pull, let's say the red one or the blue one or whatever is like one of 2,000 or something, and those are $10,000 cards. I mean, that is extremely life altering money for some people. For a lot of people, shit, I would take a $10,000 check right now. So it's going to be crazy to see what happens in the hobby. Now, here's where we got to figure out, is the 30th going to be printed in 1 or 2 waves? Okay. If it's printed in one wave and we start seeing these Mews getting pulled on the regular pretty frequently, do I still think it's going to be a $5,000 card? I think it's still going to be a $2,000 to $3,000 card because it's going to be all the hype. And the thing is, we will never know the exact pull rates, like I said before, because a lot of people are going to keep it collected. I, for one, I'm going to open a bunch of this stuff. If there's a second wave that comes out, I'm going to start buying some to keep sealed for a collection. But I want to open it. I want to master this set because I loved mastering the 25th set. I loved mastering it so much, I mastered it like 8 or 9 times over. Okay. So this set, very excited about. I can't wait. All right. Now, I've heard things from different people. I've heard from a couple people local about their distro. Then I've heard from people online. It's a 50-50. Is it going to be big numbers, or is it going to be pretty minute, pretty similar to what we've had? Okay. Now, I I want to put it back in perspective though. Think about Ascended Heroes. A lot of people are like, they just didn't print up Ascended Heroes. They print a shitload of Ascended Heroes. Ascended Heroes, honestly, it is everywhere and anywhere for most of the part anymore. So for the people that think Ascended Heroes didn't get printed that much, it's crazy. It got printed a shitload, and it's only been out for 6 months. 25th celebrations, that thing got printed a ton. Okay. Now, the one thing they printed a bunch on that people kind of stepped back were the Dark Sylveon and the Lancer Charizard tins from Walmart. 5 packs in them. They were originally $20. They discounted them down to $3, is what they did. They were awesome. It's still fun to open. The problem with Celebrations 25th is that it got boring because it was so easy to pull everything pretty consistently. So do I think they do a 1 or 2 waves on this thing? I think they do a lot of waves on it, but I don't know if they'll reprint stuff. So I don't know if this will be a one-time print run where all of the Mews will be setting out there right away. We'll see what happens. Okay. Now, Storm Emeralda, the new set that's coming out, and actually, let's check out. I don't know if it's. Let's go to Pokey Beach because it's going to be out in November, so I know there's not going to be. All right, so Storm Emerald Secret Rares revealed the Rayquaza. It's an awesome looking card. I mean, it's so freaking sick. The Mega Rayquaza EX. Oh, that's just the full art. Oh my god, that is super freaking awesome. It's an awesome set. To have a Raikou in there, awesome. The Mega Rayquaza EX is so dope. The Hyper Rare, it is what it is. I think it's pretty cool. The thing with this set though is this set's going to have 4 months until it comes out. That means they could print the absolute heck out of this set. Okay, you're getting second waves and third waves right now. Basically, a perfect order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black, PCP. Remember, buy PCP, don't smoke PCP. I got a video coming out in a couple days with the stuff I bought in July. A lot of PCP cards, not drugs. Uh, no, I didn't buy any drugs, but I'm going to go through and kind of show you this stuff. Now you got to think about it. You had Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, Pitch Black. 3 sets right there, not specialty sets, those 3 sets, all lackluster. Okay. And by lackluster, I mean not really to like go nuts on anything, but when we start looking at it, you're going to start seeing that these cases, okay, $1,100. Okay, that's an $1,100 case right there. Then for the ETBs, if you want, I just bought a case of these actually. It'll be in my video. Case of the ETBs, $680. All right. So I mean, and then the perfect order. This stuff's getting real wild. Okay, perfect order. I always said it happened. Gonna be right at $1,000 for a case. Okay, still a great set. Like I mean, Zygarde and Meowth, it is what it is, but like still a great set. Chaos Rising has been a surprise to me though. The price for the case of these is right at $1,000. Really has been super surprising. I didn't think that happened. And then for the single cards, when we start going through, gosh, I don't know if I can actually. Let's go price high to low. I mean, the Greninja is $233. The Hyper Rare 192. So the price has really fallen. Now, where this comes into play is that there's actually more of these at distro that are coming out right now. So I think these booster boxes, individual ones, I think they get right around that MSRP or lower. I think we might be paying 150 for PCP, Pitchback, Perfect Order, and Chaos Rising. Now, what this means for the Storm Emeralda, the English set that's going to come out with Rayquaza uh, in November, though it looks like a strong set so far, but they have 4 months to print this. I don't think there's going to be a second wave of that set. I think they will just hit us with it super hard. I think it's a set that'll actually sit on shelves for quite a while, along with Pitch Black, Chaos Rising, Perfect Order. The sets you will not see that set on the shelves are going to be the specialty sets. In January, the 7.5 set that comes out, it could be a tag team set. That's what I've heard from a few people. I know a non-TCGs talked about it. That could be a crazy set. I think from here on out, the specialty sets are the ones that are going to be tough to get. The actual regular sets, the ancillary products, basically is what they are. I think these ones are going to be right around that 160 to 225 mark for a booster box. Just me personally, but that's what I think I see happening. Okay, so this is kind of my video update on some stuff. Collector, people keep going on their collector app and seeing things go up and down, up and down. The market right now is going up and down. I mean, I check my stock market with the 401k and stuff like that. It's been going down recently. A lot of things happen in the world, but your collector app, it's going to keep going up and down and circulating one way or the other. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Remember, it's Pokepasoda. Like and subscribe. And as always, catch them all.